Hey guys, Tsunami Sam here once again. I hope you're all doing well and living your best lives and taking care of yourselves and thriving and all that fun stuff. Today's video is going to be the Caliban video in my A to Z solo camp series for like all the Warframes that I've been doing for fun. And yeah, Caliban was actually really cool. I haven't played him until the Prime came out because, well, he's hard to get, and I just didn't want to invest in him until the Prime came out. So that's probably why the video took so long. But yeah, we're going to start off here by looking at his abilities. First things first, we got the passive. Allies within affinity range gain up to 50% resistance to the types of damage they are currently taking. So this is like a group-wide adaptation, like aura thing, which is pretty nice. And then for his first ability, we got Razor Gyre. Gyre? Gyre sounds cool. Razor Gyre. You dash forward and spin around, kind of like a Naros does. And then you put Tau status effect on everything, which makes them take more damage from like every other status effect. What's really cool about this is it'll regen like your health and your shield as you're spinning through enemies. So you're basically immortal while you're spinning around. And based on how many people you hit with this, it'll refund energy, so you can like spam this all day, nearly infinitely. And that Razor Mortar part there is the augment, which allows you to group enemies together, and it buffs one of your 3 different sentient summon types, the Ortholist. So they like focus fire on the people you group together. It gives them a crazy electricity damage buff and fire rate buff, which scales with duration and power strength right here. Secondly, we got Sentient Wrath. You knock everybody up like in this little clip here, and they take a bunch of damage, vulnerability, and Tau damage. This is really good to combo because you can like suck people up with your 1, hit them with like your 2 for the vulnerability, or maybe do it the other way around. And then that damage vulnerability will help your summons, we'll talk about next, do a crap ton more damage. So yeah, Lethal Progeny is our third ability. You choose between 3 different sentient unit types to summon. The one we care about the most right now, especially with the augment we're using, is the Ortholist, which are like these ranged dudes that shoot a bunch, and they will just annihilate everything. Oh, one more thing, all these other summons are actually really cool, like for like regular things. Summon Sumulus is fun. The Conclists are really good, and the Conclists actually have synergy with the next ability, our 4th right here. You fusion strike, and everything in front of you, you like shoot with this beam, will get armor stripped by 100% if you have enough power strength. And if you're using the Conculus, the lasers will also shoot out of the Conculus. And those are the spinny boys right there in the picture. Overall, really good ability. All these buttons are really good. You can probably run default abilities all the way to level cap, solo even. But for me, if you were going to subsume anything off ever, it would be the 2. The 2 is good, but you can like still, if you're gonna use a different ability, you can put like Roar here, Nourish, a bunch of cool things. But yeah, I would replace the 2. I would always keep the 4 because it's an armor strip and damage vulnerability kind of status Tau spreader thingy. You're never replacing the 1 because this is what will keep you alive. You're never replacing the 3 because like his whole thing is I am the commander of like a cool little sentient army. And yeah, those are his abilities. And here's the build I used for solo level cap. It was pretty comfortable and comfy. The main issue towards the end of the cap was not the frame itself, but the guns I was using. But staying on topic of the mods for the frame, quick little shout out to, I think it was Read My Name Please. He suggested Summoner's Wrath and explained, I don't know if it's true or not, I didn't really look too deep into it, that this damage increase for companions and summons is like multiplicative or something, and that just sounded really nice, so I just slapped it on there. I don't know what else you would put in this mod slot. I guess you could do Corrosive Projection, but since he's kind of like I summon things to kill things, Summoners is the way to go. To not die, we did the usual Rolling Guard, Vigilante Vigor, Fast Deflection, Aegis. Combined with his 1, he's basically immortal unless you get hit by like a magnetic proc, or your Aegis won't proc towards like level 8,000 plus, etc. Yeah. Non-negotiable mod I think is Equilibrium, and he really wants range, but all we can fit on right now is Archon Stretch. But if somehow you can put more range somewhere, maybe you're not doing like some crazy level cap thing, you can get rid of some of the shield tanking mods and put more range down and more power strength. Yeah, duration's really good. It keeps the summons up longer. I replaced the 2 with Nourish. So how the combo would go is like you group people up, or no, you'd summon your Ortholis, you'd hit your Nourish, so you buff yourself and the Ortholis, and then you buff the Ortholis again with the Razor Mortar augment by grouping everything up with your 1. And then they like shred everything with Viral, Electric, and Tau damage. Pretty good. You can also like strip everybody with this. Over here, I want to talk about this arcane in particular. I went with Molt Augmented because it's a permanent 60 power strength versus the other option a lot of people might choose would be Kamisato. The problem with Kamisato is you're spamming all of your buttons so fast. Even though your summons will stack the 60% super fast, you're spamming Razor Gyre so much that I don't feel like you're getting full benefit of the 60%. Ramping to 60% from the summons hitting things for it to be as good as Molt Augmented. But if you're doing like any like regular mission and stuff, non-level capping, you're not hitting your buttons as much, the movement speed could be really good, especially if you're like doing like a, what do you call it, an exterminate or capture or something. So Kamisato is still an option, but I think like in the long run, Molt Augmented is the better option for like every build you could make. But yeah, this is what I ran for the level cap, and the frame in general was really cool, really chill. The summons did a ton of damage. The only issue for the whole run wasn't the frame itself, but it was the weapon loadout, which I'll talk about after I do Archon Shards. So going over the Archon Shards real quick, we got 1 Tau casting speed, which I think is really, really, really good for like his 4 animation. And then this is the most optional shard, but I think the Corrosive Tau shard for more armor stripping. I know it's 4 armor strips, but it's not like an AoE, and it's just nice to have more stripping on your guns. But this could be anything. This could be like a duration shard, a power strength shard, parkour shard, a bunch of things. Mandatory for all the builds that I would run on him, since we're not using any kind of energy mod like flow. I'm using 3 Tau blue Tau energy max shards. You could maybe, especially if you're using Nourish, get rid of one of these for something else as well. But for me, I'm just going to permanently keep 3 Tau blue shards on this guy for his energy bar. And this is all pretty comfortable. Yep, those are the shards. Moving on to the guns. This is the Tord build. It was killing everything. It was killing acolytes. Towards level cap, Overguard was an issue, so maybe I can replace something in here like Shred with a magnetic mod to eat away at the Overguard more. I don't know. Maybe this build sucks, but I don't know. Once I grouped everything up with the Razor Gyre and stuff and got to like laser beam everything together with the blast procs, it was still killing things pretty good. But this is a mobbing gun like everybody says. Another fun thing though is the Grimoire I used. Fast Canticle for more shield tech gating stuff. Super huge, and then when you throw down the ult fire with secondary fortify, you have like infinite overguard as well. Grimoire was sick. I love this thing. I'm gonna use it more in the future. This is like my first time using it. I'm glad I did. This thing here just gave me more ability efficiency, which is nice. But the invocation mod can be a whole lot of other things. The one I would keep though, especially if you're using like a shield frame like Caliban, or I guess Chroma is gonna be the next one I'm gonna do. I'll probably use this again. This mod right here is really nice because it's like the only other option for negative shield recharge delay, which can stack with Vigilante Vigor and like fast deflection. Really cool mod for those shield tanky dudes, and then secondary fortifier is just really good. For the melee weapon, I use the Praetos. I did like a heavy attack build to like kill acolytes. I rarely used it because my Tord was already killing acolytes and stuff, or my Ortholis summons were already killing stuff. But if I did hit something with my melee heavy attacks, it was this build. Melee exposure was up all the time because they're spamming a lot of abilities on Caliban. Here are the evolutions. Sprint speed slide, initial combo, parkour velocity, really good. And then this one for more melee combo when I'm collecting a bunch of ammo on the ground. Maybe I get a higher combo count for when I do heavy attack something. We'll talk about the focus school. We've got Matter Eye. Everyone knows what Matter Eye does. You throw your second ability on things, shoot it. If it's not dying from that, you hit your first ability and then shoot it, which is a Void Strike. Move on along. We got the Companion. We did the Nautilus. And we got Contagious Bond. More AoE status proccing CO stuff. Duplex Bond for more energy and more priming of things. Manifold Bonds so we get more Cordon procs. You could probably swap out one of these things like Reinforced Bond or something for Guardian if you really want for those shieldy frames. But with Caliban, he didn't really need it because his one is so strong. And then I used the Viral Heat Verglass. My Riven is crit chance heat magazine capacity. But if you don't have a Riven, you could do, I don't know, maybe this magnetic mod here. Magnetic capacity. For more like overguard damage. And yeah, that's the Companion. I think that's the whole build. Overall, Caliban was really fun. His Prime looks sick. If I can get some good lighting somewhere. His Prime looks sick. The frame's really fun. I enjoy him a lot. He's probably going in like my top 10, top 15 so far I ever played. The whole summon thing, like he's actual summoner, way cooler than Necros. I hope they rework Necros so he's more like fun, streamlined, modern like Caliban. But overall, Caliban was super fun. Enjoyable level cap. Probably one of the easier level cap frames you could play, especially if you're in a group. A lot of these frames I've been playing lately, I've realized if I was in a group, it wouldn't be half as hard as it is just by yourself. But if you were by yourself, Caliban still slays really hard. Anyway, next up we got Chroma. Wish me luck on the Chroma. I hope you learned something in this video. I hope it was entertaining and jazz. I keep doing these for fun. So if they're not out every week, it's probably because I got a lot of real life stuff going on, or just don't got the footage yet because I suck at the game and can't always pump out a level cap cascade. Anyway, yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. I hope you're all doing well, drinking water, taking care of yourself, and sleeping really well. It's very important for your brains. And yeah, here's the cute little emote. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Shoo.